Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a monthly March message for all of the Capricorns out in the collective. Please note that this is going to be a general reading, so it will not resonate with every single Capricorn out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I'm a psychic intuitive and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. I want to let you guys know that I now have an Etsy shop. So if you want to schedule your own private reading with me, please look down in the description box and click the link. Without further ado, Capricorn, let's get into your message. All right, Capricorn, you know the drill. This is going to be a 9-card draw, so let's get shuffling. What information and what insight can you offer Capricorn this month, Spirit? I don't know what is going on with all the earth signs, Capricorn, but for every single one of you, for Taurus and Virgo, all of the cards have been spewing out of the deck. So, Capricorn, you are starting out at the 8 of Wands. So I really feel that this is going to be a lot of energy coming to you very quickly. A lot of you are going to be getting some sort of communication. Maybe for some of you, it could reference a job. For some of you, maybe it's just, you know, from your spirit guides, from your spirit team. Others of you, it's just really going to be inspired energy. You're going to be inspired to sort of take action this month. So that is where you currently are. You also have 2 8s side by side. So let's talk a little bit about numerology, okay, here, Capricorn, because the 8s truly represent abundance, prosperity, manifestation. The other thing I often associate with the 8s is when you turn it sideways, it represents the infinity symbol. And I often reference that as energy in, energy out. I also reference it as everything is cyclical, right? So there are cycles that we often go through. And if you look at it from that perspective, it also truly represents, you know, the karmic wheel, the karmic lessons. Karma ultimately is just basically, we experience karma based off of the experiences that we have in our life. Now, you know, as I'm sitting here and I'm drawing the rest of your cards here, you now have 3 8s. So understand that numerology is very important. And whenever you have numbers like this, when you have, you know, an 8-8 or an 8-8-8, that's usually angel numbers, right? So that we receive energetic healing from the frequencies of numbers, which is why I feel it's so important that you understand the numbers and why the numbers are so important here. You know, when you have, you know, 2 8s, you know, that represents the number 16, which reduces down to a 7, right? But in this case, you have 3 8s, and these 3 8s represents the number 24, which reduces down to a 6. And the 6 represents relationships, it represents harmony, and it represents love, right? So that is going to be very important for you to know here, Capricorn. I really feel it's going to be very important for you to know because, yeah, because when I'm looking at your cards, it's like, let's just get into it. So first card up represents where you currently are. And as I mentioned, you are at the 8 of Wands. So again, this is going to be like inspired energy that's going to be coming to you, communication that you might be receiving from, you know, outside sources or your spirit team. Understand that it's going to come in quick. I feel like the month of March overall for you is going to be very quick, and it's going to sort of move you into this place where you are going to have to be courageous and sort of really align yourself and be brave and find that inner strength within yourself, okay? Now, what is your theme? Your theme is the 8 of Swords. Now, what does this tell me? This tells me that you're going to be in your head a lot here, Capricorn. And I feel that this is why I feel that you're going to have to really come out very strong, and you're going to have to see your own courage and your own bravery, because you're going to be in your head with this 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords truly represents restriction. So What are the thoughts? What are the negative thoughts that you are currently having? What is currently keeping you restricted or stuck I'm going to say, what's keeping you stuck from moving forward? Okay. When I'm looking at this across here, Capricorn, you have the 8 of Wands with the 8 of Swords and the Devil. Okay. This line, when I'm reading, it represents your mind. Okay. So I feel that you have a lot of toxic, negative thoughts that come in very quickly and they manipulate you. They pull the strings, right? That is how you often make decisions. You make choices. You know, the Devil energy is really about the illusions, right? And often when I see Devil energy, it's really about making choices, right? Making crucial conscious choices. And I feel that looking at this line, you know, horizontally, what it's really saying here in that mind perspective is that you need to learn to face your fears. You need to learn to face your own illusions, you know, recognizing that your mind is really tricking you into believing the illusions. It's tricking you to looking at it as they are real, when in reality they're not, right? I feel that a lot of times the thoughts that you have or the self-sabotage or the negative comments that you constantly have here, Capricorn, really keep you stuck. And ultimately, you feel like you can't move, that you ultimately don't have any options or that you have no choices. But by not choosing to see things as they really are is ultimately a choice. And that is where the Devil energy comes in from. When you ultimately choose to not make a choice, or when you ultimately choose to not see things clearly, or allow yourself to really be completely honest with yourself and responsible enough to say, I'm the reason why I'm where I'm at, then you ultimately will constantly always feel like life is happening to you instead of from you, right? I need you to understand here, Capricorn, I keep hearing this message. Life happens from you, not to you. So again, it is the thoughts and the emotions that we have that catapult us towards making the decisions and the choices that we make, right? And I feel a lot of times for some people, it's a lot easier for you to stay in that Devil energy because it's familiar territory, right? It's what you know. And because it's what you know how to sort of manipulate yourself or work your way around it, okay? And so what Spirit is really wanting you to be aware of here is that you need to see the illusions for what they really are. And you need to consciously make a choice and tell yourself, that is an illusion. I can choose a different path. I can choose something else. If I'm just, now in the traditional tarot, the 8 of Swords is representative of a woman that is blindfolded, right? Now, here's what I want you to see. In this particular card, okay, the woman in the mirror is blindfolded, but the woman looking at the mirror is not blindfolded, okay? What this truly says is she is not seeing things for what they really are, okay? And she's inside this basket, but in her mind, okay, in her mind, she feels like she is tied, she is bound, she's restricted, and she is unable to move. But she needs to see things clearly and recognize that those perceptions are just in her mind. And she can literally choose to get out of the basket and walk away. But she has to consciously make that choice. So I feel that this month you are going to have to face a lot of conscious choices and choose what you're really desiring and what you're really wanting. Now, what is your achievement? Okay, what are you going to accomplish this month? You have the Devil here, okay? I am going to clarify this because it's the Devil. I want to clarify it. But I feel that what this really represents here and the message for you here, Capricorn, is that what you are accomplishing is recognizing your own toxic and sabotaging behavior. I feel that you're going to start seeing everyone's true colors around you, certain situations, certain experiences. You're going to start seeing the illusion, and you're going to start recognizing that everything that glitters isn't always gold. and you're going to start really putting your foot down and really focusing in on how do I walk away from this? How do I move on into something better? Okay, so let's clarify this Devil card. Angels, why is the Devil card here for Capricorn? Why is the Devil card here for Capricorn? Okay, so first card we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this means that now it's in reversed, so I feel that ultimately you don't feel that you have the resources, right? I feel like you feel that you're not supported. Maybe you're not supported. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Understand that the experiences that you are going through here, Capricorn, is a part of your fate and is a part of your destiny. But you have to go with the flow. Recognize that you get to choose, right? You get to choose how you respond in any given situation. And the Queen of Swords, this is about cutting out all the things that no longer serve you, right? You have to remain open to new potential possibilities, but you have to make intellectual choices. This is all about you getting in control of your own mind and your own thoughts and making very wise choices, right? Not making decisions from the heart, but making decisions from your intellect and your intuition. Now, what do you need to avoid? You have the Six of Cups. I feel that what this is really saying here is, this is saying stop letting your past and the emotions that you have attached to your past manipulate you. Because I really feel that is the reason why you're in your head all the time. I feel that it's because maybe you didn't really have that great of a past, right? Maybe you have horrible relationships and you have, horrible experiences that are associated with unconditional love and compassion. But what Spirit is really saying here is, how compassionate have you been towards yourself? Have you been unconditionally loving towards yourself, right? It isn't so much about how other people treat you. It's about how you treat you, Capricorn. So I really feel that this is what you need to avoid. Stop looking at your past from a very unconditionally loving way. I mean, stop looking at it from a conditional way, okay? Because I feel that if you're constantly reliving your past and and I said this to, I think I said this to Taurus. I might have said this to Taurus. So maybe if you have any Taurus in your astrological chart, you're going to want to look at Taurus's reading. But I feel like if you're constantly reliving your path and you're not seeing that the experiences that you had in your past when you were growing up really were meant to teach you something about love, how you need to treat yourself and how you expect to be treated, I feel that that's really what they're trying to tell you. If you're not seeing it from that way, Spirit's really trying to tell you this is how you need to really see it. Now, what do you need to embrace here, Capricorn? You have the Strength card. This is what I love, because I feel that because you in your mind feel so restricted, Spirit really wants you to embrace that inner beast within yourself and recognize how strong and powerful you really are. The only way that you are going to get out of the situation that you're in or the circumstances that you're in is you. You ultimately have to choose. You have to choose and you have to take action. What I love about the Strength card, okay, is that this is about finding your inner courage, your inner bravery, and recognizing that beneath the surface, you can achieve anything that you want to achieve, Capricorn, as long as you make it so. You have to reach for the stars. You have to allow yourself to take action. What is it that you really want? Really ask yourself here, Capricorn, what do you really want? And really work on that inner dialogue that you have going on here and really have it come from a heart-centered space. Okay? And I'm talking about pure, unconditional, divine love. That is where you are needing to come from, not from the previous experiences that you've had from your past that left you in a space where you're constantly negating yourself or second guessing yourself, and you're sabotaging yourself and you're manipulating yourself because you're not standing up for yourself. You're allowing other people to take from you and manipulate you. And this is where you're needing to learn to stand in your power and recognize how strong and powerful you really are. Now, what is your obstacle? You have the Hierophant here, and it's in reversed. And I feel what this is saying here is that your obstacle is really learning to see the ahas, learning to see the higher perspectives, the higher reasoning behind this. You know, when I see a Hierophant, especially in the reverse position, I feel that, you know, the Hierophant usually speaks about, you know, the beliefs that are often put onto us from generations, right? When we're born, our parents impose certain beliefs on us because that is how they were raised, right? And so they impose those certain traditions and those certain beliefs onto us. And when it's in reversed, I just really feel that, you know, you're really holding on to that as truth. And I feel that's the obstacle here. It's sort of like it's not in balance, because in one hand, you know that how you were raised or the things that you experienced weren't very healthy, right? They were toxic. But at the same time, you're not willing to step outside the box and say, there might be another way. I think it's because maybe you're afraid that you might be wrong here, Capricorn. So I feel that that is your obstacle. Now, what is your support? You have the Four of Swords here. This really truly represents you needing to take a step back and reflect. I feel that this is what this is really saying, is that if you truly have a desire of something that you are wanting to change in your life, and you are praying and you are asking for it, Spirit is wanting you to know that they've heard you. They have heard your calls. Continue to visualize a more positive outcome of what it is you are desiring here, Capricorn. But recognize that when you're sort of put on this break, when you're sort of put in this pause place, you're put in this place because there is healing. You might not recognize that there is stuff going on behind the scenes, but know that there is stuff going on behind the scenes. And I feel that this is where you're needing to learn to heal that inner aspect of yourself in a different way, right? Because I feel, you know, when I'm looking this way, I have the Four of Swords with the Star card and the Hermit in reversed. Now, I want you to know here, Capricorn, that out of these 9 cards, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have five major arcana cards. What this really tells me is that you are going through a massive, massive shift in spiritual awareness and spiritual growth. And this is on a whole nother level. So you're feeling things a lot more intensely, okay? So understand that with this Four of Swords, this is really intentional. This is because you need to heal. And I kind of almost feel like this is probably generational trauma that you are having to heal and cleanse and clear. So it's important that you be gentle with yourself. See yourself in a very loving and compassionate way. Don't be so hard on yourself. It kind of brings me to the Strength card here at the heart of your reading, which is pictured with a lamb, right? The lamb is gentle. The lamb is calm, right? And we have to learn to tame the inner beast within us, to learn to see ourselves from a much gentler way, right? And that is what Spirit is wanting you to do here. That's the only way that you're going to release this toxic devil energy. You have to tame the beast within you. And you have to admit that there is an inner beast within you that needs to be tamed. You must control it. So what is your action here, Capricorn? You have the Star card. And I feel that this truly represents, you know, reaching for the things reaching for your own, what am I trying to say here? I feel that this is about you reaching for your stars, right? You really telling yourself, taking ownership of your own growth and your own healing. You know, the star card is really about hope. And when I am looking at this vertically with the Eight of Swords, the Strength card, and the Star card. Now here's something very interesting, okay? You have an 8, an 8, and the Star card is number 17. And when you add 17 together, it's an 8. So understand that Spirit's message for you here is understand that what are you really wanting to create? What are you truly manifesting? If you are not in alignment with your own divine essence, if you're not in alignment with your higher heart, your higher self's heart, then the things that you think and that you ultimately create emotions towards, you are manifesting that, right? And what Spirit is really trying to convey here with this Star card as your action is that you need to see yourself from the eyes of your soul. You need to have more hope and more faith in yourself. You have to believe in yourself that you can accomplish the things that you want to accomplish here, Capricorn. Now, what is your advice and your encouragement? You have the Hermit card here in reversed. And I feel that what this is truly representing here, Capricorn, is that I feel for some of you, you all are going through the dark night of the soul, and it might feel like it's the second running of a dark night of the soul, but a lot of you are resisting it. When I see the Hermit in reversed, this really tells me that you are avoiding doing that self-reflection, that introspection, and really going on this deep inner quest to face your demons and face your inner shadows. And Spirit is really wanting you to do this. Ultimately, what it's showing me here is that it's going to happen whether you want it or not, Capricorn. You can either go willingly or you can go fighting and screaming. It's ultimately up to you. So this is your message, Capricorn. Let's go ahead and draw an additional card from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light to see what additional information and insight Spirit has for you. What additional information and insight can you offer Capricorn, Spirit? Okay, so right off the bat, we got trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? This is about trusting your gut, right? I feel a lot of you here, Capricorn, have really been feeling this pull to really dig deep within yourself, to look at your dark shadows and your inner demons and work through that process. And I feel that a lot of you don't trust your gut, right? It's almost like you feel it, you hear it, but you're not doing anything towards it. And Spirit is really wanting you to focus on that. So that is your message here, Capricorn. I thank you so much for joining me today. And I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.